Okay, we're cutting it really close. Day 33 here.
Angry. Don't ignore them, okay?
We have to take off. We need to get to 366 or delete some modules or whatever. We also need to get our guys to be happy and or get them 10 nice meals. So we've got some things going on. Now, I'm going to knock this down so that we're not using any organics. The greenhouse is wanting 50. Is there anything else? Let me get rid of this. Actually, don't even. Whatever. We're going to eat today. Maybe we won't eat tomorrow. We'll see. I'm just trying to clear the queue of anything using the organics. Okay. Assignment-wise, anybody can I talk to? Okay, let's go talk to the refiner real quick. See if I can cheer him up. This is very dicey.
I can see that you're angry. Well, I am. Can I do something about it? What usually helps you calm yourself down? No exercising, of course. Beating the hell out of a punching bag, running a few miles, you know, sweating it out.
Huh, okay.
Wow, that's healthy. And easy to put into practice. Just take a break and work out a little. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Okay, nice. Now, will he actually take a break? He went from murder face to slightly less murder face, which is encouraging. And he's working more now. So one thing that I realized is this cost is your base mass. It is not taking into account these types of things. It's just the modules, and that's in here somewhere. No, not base building. Base mass. Each module built makes your base heavier, which means you're going to need more organics to move it. The cost of your next journey can exceed your organics tank limit while you're stationed. However, you won't be able to start a journey in that state. Okay? So, shifting around our materials into these production assignments don't really matter. I'll get this one queued up, and then we'll stay at 3. We'll do 4 so that he finishes this one. Okay. So the refiner's working for 9 hours. The miner, tell you what, you go to the organics. Do I need any of this research immediately? I don't think that I do. Although this is probably more efficient in terms of weight, to be fair. But I think it's all hands on deck right now to get the organics as high as we can. But if he's there, I could go for minerals, but like that's not, I don't need that either. So let's leave him there. Refiner does the workshop. I go, how's the base maintenance? Needs to happen. I will go to the enriched minerals, and then I will move the refiner to the refinery, and we gotta go. Okay. Oh, but then, is it possible that this gets done? Okay. New plan. New plan. We're gonna stretch ourselves thin here. Sorry, not the kitchen, not the kitchen. Go start planting stuff, please. He won't get it done, but I've got 3 days, so it takes 16 hours to plant, and then I can cook the meals. So it is possible, I think. But let's get going. Come on, buddy.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
Go refinery. Yes.
Can't do this without resources. Should I move on to this now?
Go. Okay, so that didn't quite net me as much as I was hoping, which is concerning. Let's put this up, even though it doesn't really matter. 297, 50 locked into this, but we're down to 7 hours. I'm okay with that. They're going to eat these meals tomorrow. He might be able to finish that planting tomorrow, and then I could whip up cooked meals. The other thing I could do is when the greenhouse is... When we finish making that food, I could get rid of this. I could even get rid of something like the dormitory or like the infirmary. Like kind of our non-essentials for the travel and then rebuild them when I travel, right? I could do that. So I've got some wiggle room here, but frick, is this ever tight right now, dude? Okay. Can I do anything in the base that would help? I could help in the greenhouse real quick. Just to kind of knock some of that off. And then I'll try to play some Pong with the miner. If he's open to it. He's not. Well, I'll play with one of these guys. Let's do... Scientist. I think we're going down to the last day here, but I do think we can pull it off. There's definitely a lot of things I would have done differently, knowing what I know now.
Look at that. Here we go. Here we go. Such an easy game.
Come on, baby.
Really? Unbelievable. Yes.
Okay.
Listen,
Okay,
man, people are angry.
Now can
Don't
I get
ignore
back to
them,
things?
okay?
Now, I think in the morning... my storage is going to be really tight, hey? Damn it. Like, if I were to build... How much do these weigh? The small storage things? Another 28? It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out. Have 10 cooked meals in storage or improve the moods with the altars. Doable. I think the meals are going to be possible. I don't know why 90 things are queued, though. Oh, I bet you it's a radiation filter. Yeah, I guarantee it is. Yeah, turn that off. This one's in there. That's fine, obviously. So, he's in the greenhouse, base maintenance, organics. He's off shift. I'll try to build up a little surplus for him. They're not even awake yet. Organics are building.
Can't do this without resources. Should I move on to this now? Can't do this without resources.
I'm keeping an eye on the food thing in the bottom to see if the scientist finishes.
Should I move on to this now?
Almost done.
Hey man, need to lend a hand with this?
There it is.
Can't do this without resources.
Now I'm gonna go
Should I move on to
kitchen.
this now?
I don't like that. I'll put him into the kitchen. And then...
Can't do this without resources. Should I move on to this now?
Holy crap, this is so tight. 365, 11 hours. I need 394. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, like I said, we're gonna go command center. Okay, that's where we take off from, too. That's good. Not enough store. Oh my god. This is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be very tricky. I realize what's happening there, but give me a second. Refund the greenhouse. Refund the infirmary. I'm at 390. I can take off. And I think I just go. Right? With hours to spare. Automatically collect. Not enough space for these? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm at 415. This will add... I'll be at 4... I'll be at 418, dudes. Okay, I'll tell you what. I have a ton of metals. Ton of metals. So, can I... Hold up, hold up. I'm like... We can destroy stuff. I'm gonna destroy 50 metals. So I'm like, 75 plus 32, 107 short. And then there we go. We're going. Holy crap, is that ever stressful, dudes? Oh my god. That is very stressful. One of the problems here is that they're going to eat that food that I was making. To everyone's relief, you're able to continue the journey. The moods in the base improved. Oh, and the rebellion ended, even though you hadn't met the rebels' demands. Okay, because the moods went up, because we moved. Oh, cool. And they're arguing. Okay. And now we're going to have a whole bunch of new stuff to do. About music. Time to unwind. We deserve to take a break after moving the base. It looks like the altars have something in mind. Hit me. Dudes, that was literally down to the wire.
What are you arguing about? We got together to celebrate our progress, but it looks like we've reached the limits of a constructive discussion regarding our different views. We can't agree on the playlist. I say nothing beats good old rock and roll, but it seems our tastes got pretty rotten in some branches. Rotten is good. Grunge is good.
Yeah, man.
If you ask me, we should get us some turntables and launch a proper set. Turn this place into a club. You might not have noticed, but I was trying to make a point. If you really have to listen to music now, pick something we can focus to and think about the challenges ahead. Ever heard of a surgeon celebrating while the patient is still on the operating table? Yada, yada, yada. I bet your taste in music is just about as fresh as that patient. That's because your narrow mind will never grasp the beauty of AI-fueled synth jazz. Okay, guys, let's not kill ourselves over a stupid party playlist, please. You never said what you'd want to hear.
Ooh. Yeah. So this is going to appeal to each of them. Interesting.
Let's turn up those guitars. Now you're talking. Unbelievable. Look, there's definitely one thing we have in common. We are very emotional about a party playlist. Of course we are. Hey, I just realized something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we all start out playing with Frickle Pickle? Oh my word. Just as I was fighting so hard to get that memory out of my mind, the very mention of that ludicrous name makes me want to die of humiliation. Come on, it was a high school rock band. It had to be cringy to be authentic. Hey, remember that gig we had in a shed and the electricity died and we ended up moving to a total stranger's house for an epic after party? And thank goodness that joke of a band broke up when everyone went away to college. Speak for yourself. I got together with the guys several years later and we jammed on the weekends. Some good tunes we played too. And to think it all started with Uncle Martin's guitar. He wasn't exactly a perfect teacher, unless you wanted to learn how to chug a bottle of beer in under 5 seconds. That's because he was a musician, not a babysitter. Remember the first thing he made us play? Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
I love it. This is funny. Like, this is reminding me when I talked in the first episode about some of the big life changes that I made in the what ifs. One of the things that I was involved in when I was, I would say between the ages of like 18 and 22 is I was in a band and we were pretty serious. We did some small tours in Western Canada and it was like we were living the dream, man. It was the best. We had a van called the Bear. Literally, it sucked, but it was incredible. And you know, that is one of those things where I think back, I'm like, what if we pushed a little harder? Because what ended up happening is two of us ended up going to work at a bank. And we just didn't have the time to keep doing the band stuff. And like literally what the scientist is doing here, or what he's saying here, is what we ended up saying. We're like, you know, we kind of have to do this now. And I always wonder, like, man, what if we would have pushed another year or two just to see, would that have changed anything? Like, who knows? Who knows? Could have changed a lot of things. Probably would have changed a lot of things. And, you know, if I did that, maybe I wouldn't even be where I am now. So it's crazy to think about that stuff, but this is really hitting home there.
Down came the rain. Washed the fucker out. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
Oh, it was.
I wonder if we'd even remember how to play that simple tune. I haven't touched a guitar in ages. Really? Oh, I never gave up jamming with the Freckles. Well, not until the accident. Tinkering with synth loops was more of my thing. Luckily, we're not here to perform music. You know what? You're right. We should definitely do it. You really are a genius. I bet we could write a song Uncle Martin would dig. All we need is a guitar.
Oh, cool.
Up to it?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Man, I'm telling you.
Build a guitar?
And I'm telling you, this is the least important of our priorities.
Of course. Production is limited only to small essential items due to increased power consumption moving the base. That's incredible. And I have to go build it. I wonder, while I'm doing this... yeah, okay. I can't rebuild those other modules. And there's no time either. It's kind of cool. Hopefully the radiation wears off.
I never thought I'd need to say it, but wow.
Oh, Tom's room.
Having a bed is...
Now we can, like, restructure our base, too. And, oh, my God, I'm totally out of sorts here. Can restructure our base, maybe clean things up a bit.
Hello?
Jan, this is Maxwell. I have good news. I managed to get your rescue team airborne.
About time.
I've noticed you like complaining, Jan. If all your crew members share this trait, I can see why it can be an uphill battle.
Hey, that's a little mean.
Come on. I know you can take a joke. Believe me, I am as impatient as you for your safe return. And how is your cargo?
My alters? They're doing fine.
I was asking about Rapidium.
We know.
Oh. It's safe.
It's interesting they were the first thing that came to your mind. Very telling. Have you created many?
I don't want to tell him anything.
You think it's none of my business? It will be, sooner or later. You should know I've been busy too. Testing the waters, as they say, about the possible fate of your potential crew after you come back.
You mean you still haven't told anyone?
It's too early, Jan.
Why?
There's one thing you need to understand about those people. No one makes it to the board of a corporation for being nice. It's an award you get for putting the interests of stakeholders before anything else. Which boils down to being a passive opportunist with no moral center.
But I don't get it. My alters are in the interest of the corporation. I had to make them to bring back Rapidium, right?
Yes, but they're also a liability. Imagine an uncontrolled leak to the public. Moral outrage on socials, competition taking over the narrative. Heads would have to fall, Rapidium or not. No, we don't want them to panic.
So, yeah.
Wait a second. Don't you work for them?
I work with them, Jan. Does it mean I can't have dreams of my own?
Dreams? What dreams?
Remember when I told you about our lives being governed by chaos?
And how we struggle to find a meaningful pattern in it.
You are experiencing it clearly now, aren't you? Well, ever since I learned about your discovery, I keep thinking about Rapidium as the opportunity for us to stop being slaves to chaos. That is why, contrary to the members of the board, I will sacrifice everything to protect your mission.
Huh. Man. How do we handle that?
I'm not really sure I want sacrifice. It usually comes with a promissory note.
I don't need to emotionally blackmail you, Jan. You already owe me enough.
Oh, please. So you dug up some old research for me.
I didn't just dig it up. It was my research.
Okay.
Before they put me behind a desk, I used to be a geneticist, preoccupied by scientific work. Exciting, promising experiments.
You're responsible for all this.
Was he the
mind records, the branching.
It's never just one person, Jan. But yes, I was in charge of that project.
Do you remember how it came up a couple times that the scientist had like an understudy or something like that? I don't know if this is related. We also, like, we're getting presented with these pictures of Maxwell. He could be this old, I don't know, but he's not on the video screen, so, like, I don't know. This is just an avatar that tells me basically nothing. That he could be the freaking alter of us, to be honest. Look at him. Does he have an eye scar? Not that I can see. That'd be funny. Okay, well, let's see.
What did you want to achieve?
I can't say any more.
Cool.
Sorry. Not now. Not on this connection. For the very same reasons I had to discontinue my work. And this is where it gets tricky. Because if anyone from the board finds out what we've done together, they could get the wrong idea. If you know what I mean.
That you're experimenting again?
That I'm using the situation to turn things around for myself.
Aren't you?
That's quite a harsh accusation, considering the mess I've got you out of, Jan Dolski.
Huh.
Okay. I get it.
So it's just between me and you. And I have to warn you, it may get harder for you.
Harder? How?
Well, there might come a moment when the interest of your alters, at least some of them, will differ significantly from yours.
Are you trying to scare me?
I just want you to prepare.
What is, that?
For what?
Tough decisions.
That's very cryptic.
Well, it's the best I can do. Remember, we're both in uncharted territory. Lucas is working on establishing the most convenient rendezvous point. He'll dispatch the coordinates to you as soon as he's found a good location.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Take care, Jan. It's going well. Just keep it up, and you'll be proud of yourself.
Okay. I don't trust him. I don't know, man. Who knows? We just have to kind of go with the flow there.
Someone's as happy as a pig in mud. Got a date? Okay, I've got us a guitar. Now, what do we want to play? How about something from our old repertoire? We had a few hits up our sleeves. For crying out loud, can't you just let it go? Do you really want to sing something a 16-year-old version of yourself wrote? Huh. People liked our lyrics, but yeah, I guess they didn't age well. But we had some sick tunes. How about this? We could use one of our old tunes, but come up with new lyrics, something fresh and relatable to, well, our audience. And by audience, you mean? Us, obviously. Let's write about us. What do you think, Jan?
Let's do this. This will be cool.
I like it. Let's get down
I've
to
heard about, they talked about
That's the
this
spirit.
at the event we were at.
Exactly what you write about. Like I said, something relatable. We should write about us, our crew. What unites us, what divides us. Right. We could have a few verses about things we lost along the way. And I could sing something about things we really want to get back from the bottom of my heart, you know? Sounds like a plan. I'll take the first verse. You, Brainiac? What about me?
So what they talked to us about was how they did this music scene, and because there's like a handful of different alters that you could be choosing from, they had to account for all these different possibilities of who could be in here. So I'm very curious to see how this will play out.
You didn't think you'd get away with it, did you? You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
Not a chance.
Nope. We're in this together. Fine. Give me the shortest part. And what'll you sing about? Quantum mechanics? What else? Let's add some meaning to this pointless activity. Okay, then. Jan, your turn. You take the second verse. What are you gonna sing about? I could sing about all the things we've been through. Well, that could work. You could start with something like, on the path I left behind. How about, I've been roaming with no guiding light. Yeah, but I'm no longer left all by myself. Together, we can win this fight.
Oh my god.
Right, looks like we've got it. Oh, sweet. Let's just get this over with. Come Come on. Even you can take the stick out of your ass once in a while. Okay, here goes. Growing up apart, we shared surprisingly common ground, feeling nothing more than regret. Till the coin got flipped around. Things never said in quantum state now won't remain unspoken. The clock is unwound, the choice is unsound, could now reopen. What if I gotta spend a day with you again? Of all the things that I regret, it's losing you that truly hurts. If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today. On the path I left
Incredible.
behind, I've been roaming with no guiding
We wrote that.
light, but I'm no longer left all by myself. Together we can win this fight. Things that we lost, the personal cost, are they really gone forever? We're not gonna fail, we need to prevail and sail together. And though it seems now anything could be undone, would you be really missing things if they were never truly gone? If I could take another turn, my life
This is actually pretty catchy.
would be the same. If I could get another chance today. Oh, if I could take us somewhere now, let us win this race against the sun and find a place where we could hide tonight.
That was sick. Well done. And you know what? Shout out to Alex Jordan, the voice actor for all the alters, because he had to do all of those. That's pretty cool, man. And they all have to like have a
noticed how much
singing
time-
voice. He can probably sing better than that, to be honest.
Did we stop again?
This is exciting because now we get to like re-explore something new.
The base seems to be a bit wobbly. Are you sure we're not moving? More like alcohol intoxication has wreaked havoc on your vestibular system. My what? We're not moving. Something has to be blocking our way again. The navigation readings are curious. Curious? In what way? I don't know exactly, but something's distorting them. Okay. Nothing cures a hangover like taking a walk. Wanna go and check that thing out, Jan?
Do I? Oh, sick. Okay. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I wouldn't call that a waste of time.
It absolutely was not. The sun is far away. I kind of wish I knew what that meant. How many days that is away. Huge anomaly. Maybe do another arc. Let's up these numbers now. Get that prioritized. Drill cartridges, 3 seems fine. We could probably... Wait, how many pylons do I have? 15. I'm good. We don't need to queue up any of those right now. I have 30 mining outposts. 1 advanced. The repair kit seems fine. Kitchen-wise, I wonder, like, if we had everybody in good moods all the time and they're working longer shifts, like, that's massive for productivity. That is insanely huge. So being able to get this going on a regular basis, I think would be quite nice. I am going to have to rebuild some things. The infirmary, the greenhouse, if we want to do that. And then presumably we're going to start getting new altars soon. So the question is like, how do we want to take those? Who do we want to be picking? Because when we were reading through them, we had the doctor, I think, that heals 8 times faster. And the only thing I can think of there is like, you have to put your guys in bad situations in order to use that. Is that going to be worth the mood hit? Like, I can think of the miner, for example, where I could put him into those enriched metals outposts that have the... What's the word I'm looking for? That has the radiation. And then maybe I put him overnight into the infirmary and maybe that's enough. But the problem is, now that I'm thinking about it, I won't even be able to look at the infirmary. But the infirmary has a doctor slot, and he probably only works during the day, and he probably only heals people faster during the day. So it's like, I put him in there for... I put him out to work for a day, back in there for a day. Is that worth it? Like, I don't really know how that would play out. We have the guy that can grow the food for us. Maybe that's a good option. But then it's like, what if we have another medical situation like we had with the miner, freaking chopped his arm off, and we like need to heal? Like, you just don't know. Like, you just don't know. So I'm very excited to see where this leads. But let's take a break here. When we come back, we'll go... You know what? I'm probably not going to talk to them right away. I'm going to peace out. We're going to leave. And we're going to explore and see where we are. Approach this anomaly. And then just try to figure out some things. So, yeah. Wish me luck. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.